Howdy, folks, and welcome back. It's been a month since I was on here, and this past March 1st was 3 years since my very first uh, chat, live chat. So um, we're still kind of up in the air with how regular we're going to be. I still have some things going on in real life, but I wanted to hop on tonight real quick and just kind of let everybody know that I'm still alive and everything's okay, and for the most part, everything's okay. But life sometimes comes up and just kicks you straight in the chones, and that's that's what I'm dealing with right now with life. We got Charles here. Howdy, Charles. He says, "Evening to all."
Hell yeah, Charles. I knew we could
Um,
count on Charles. Fuck yeah.
Absolutely. And we've
The
got
man.
Richard Keenan. He comes in and says,
Oh,
"Hey, Charles."
outstanding.
And we've even got the original Grognard hanging out with us. How you doing,
All
Devin?
the best folks.
Absolutely. I'm sure once he hears the ding, we'll be hearing from Chris Long, eh? And we got Scalagremlin here. Yeah, life is an MFer. Life is an MFer, and I am working through it. I'm not going to go into great amount of detail. Just know that I'm okay for the most part, and just having to work through some stuff.
I actually just heard from Paulie. He's happy we're here too.
Absolutely, good to know, Paulie.
He actually said it's been fucking long enough. Get out the rice.
Exactly, exactly. So, um, but want to mention in 2 weeks we got March to Victory. Yeah, March to Victory, 2.5 weeks. It is going to be the 28th and 29th of March in beautiful Independence, Missouri, at Game Cafe,
home of President Harry Truman.
Home of former President Harry Truman. And looks like we got some pretty good games lined up. I'm going to have Battle of Endor there, using Fistful of Lead Galactic Heroes. And I'm also going to have What a Tanker there. I am currently still waiting on getting types of tanks that are going to be provided to me.
Yes.
But are we doing if I don't, I got plenty of tanks.
Yeah, but it's super fun to have weird shit. Are you doing early or late?
I don't care.
Well, I mean, what? Like it's no fun rocking on with a Belgian T-15 when on the other side of the table it's like, oh, hello, Mr. King Tiger.
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna bring out the Jagdpanther or the Persian.
Okay,
So,
but
I'm
ideally like
I'm gonna have
Northwest
M4s
Europe sort of stuff.
What's that?
Like Northwest Europe sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've got M4s, I've got M10s, I've got I've got Stugs, Stug 3Gs. In fact, I've got Panzer 3s and Panzer 4s. So that's what I have.
I'll shoot you. I'll shoot you a list because I've got. We'll toss martyrs, stuff like that into the mix.
Okay. Yeah.
Maybe some other self-propelled German stuff, just some weird, wacky nonsense.
Yeah. So what? And like I said, that's going to be What a Tanker, which is always a good time. Always fun to play. And then, like I said, Fistful of Lead. Galactic Heroes, Star Wars, Battle of Endor. That's what I've got going. Reese, who is churching it up tonight, good for him, is bringing his 1/600th scale aerial combat game that I've been helping him work on, and it's turned out to be pretty good. We're actually
It's
getting elevation in there.
delightful.
We're getting a lot of good stuff. A lot of good stuff. We're even getting some ground attack uh, options in there also.
Ooh, I need to bring some of that stuff actually. I need to bring the
So
ground objectives.
yeah, so that's what he's bringing. He thought about bringing some of his 54 millimeter stuff, but he decided not to. Um, he's going lightweight with 1/600 scale airplanes.
Yeah, he's going the
Um,
exact opposite end of the spectrum from
right, right.
bringing in several
Um,
totes of 54s to a small tackle box at most.
exactly, exactly. Uh, and then I know Jay Wiley is running Arena of Blood, and
Star Wars, I think.
well, there is going to be a Star Wars game. I don't know if that's going to be him running it or if we're going to be able to have a Steve sighting.
I hope so. I hope to see Steve and Ken and all those guys. They're fun
Yeah,
folks.
definitely. Actually, let me pull this up real quick because we got a list of stuff.
That is true.
Let me look this up. All right, here we go. We've got Tesoro del Antiguo. 4 pirate captains search through the Campeche rainforest for an ancient treasure.
Dude, I saw that. I'm happy I'm not bringing pirates, and I'm really excited to see and possibly play in that.
More pirates with blood and plunder Friday night.
Yep.
Now there is one here that has got monks in it.
Oh, the March Hare.
Yeah,
the March Hare
to victory. Yes.
March Hare to victory. Yeah.
The rabbits.
The
have
March
had
Hare is
enough,
planning a tea party.
Yeah, and they're throwing a particular tea party for an unsuspecting group of monks. Those rabbits happen to be the wonderful, wonderful sculpts of
one Thomas Foss of Skull and Crown Stratagems.
Yes, and
wonderful.
They're going to be great. It's going to be so much fun. What rule set are you going to run that on?
I'm just sticking to Fistful of Lead.
Okay.
Really making good use of the grunt rabble rules, and stuff like that. Yeah, it's purely designed to be a fun, pretty game. I'm using the I think we did that on this channel, building the little rabbit houses that are kind of like hobbit holes.
Yeah.
I think we did that on here, right? Where I built one on a CD in 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Starting with a CD and a Cheez-Its box and wound up with a little anthropomorphized rabbit hole. But so I got those 6 little rabbit houses. I got the big meeting house, and then I have the little watchtower building, as well as all of the tree bases that I built with the same basing material, so they match very nicely, as well as I put together some fields and stuff, because that's what rabbits need. Rabbits eat. If they're anthropomorphized rabbits, they've obviously mastered metalworking, which means that agriculture is a requirement. So there will be a couple rabbit farms, and then there might be some other surprises that make an appearance there. Probably not the giant catfish, but even so, it should be really, really fun to see and play.
So that's going to be a good time. Of course, there is also going to be Jay Wiley is running Glorious Adventures in the Age of Steam and Arena of Blood. And then, by all means, we will have 54 millimeter there, but it's going to be French and Indian War, and we know what that means.
Mr. Cluckamuck.
Mr. Clucky is going to be there with the absolute best looking table you will ever see in Kansas City.
It is quite pretty. Oh, hey, Mike, Chris, what's up, guys? Good to see you.
Yeah, Meandering Mike slipped in. I told you Chris Long A would be here. Told you.
He's just waiting for the ding. Yep.
Yep. So, the 1/600th Air Combat game that I said, the 2 Star Wars games, mine, and another one with the Empire discovering a conclave of rebel leaders, my What a Tanker game, Fantasy Battle, and Necroplunda. Not quite sure what Necroplunda is. I believe that's Necromunda. I think that's Ken's game. I think that's Ken's game.
Hell yeah.
And it's Necromunda, but you're going around looting shit from all over the place.
Yeah, it's like if you were playing Gorka Morka, but with the Necromunda rules.
Right, exactly.
Like the objectives of Gorka Morka, just to run around and grab shit. But you're in like a hive city and you're playing with the Necromunda rules.
We've got Wolfgang Messerschmidt here. Hey, hey, hey. And Hexy.
Hey.
How you doing, Jeffy?
That's what's up. Gentlemen. Now we're gentlemen now that you're here, big dog.
Yeah.
Now we are.
So, yeah, we definitely, in 2.5 weeks, we're going to have a wonderful time. I believe we start gaming around 5.
That sounds about right, yeah.
And go until about 10:30. And then Saturday, I think it's 9:30 start, 9 or 9:30 start, and go until 10:30. So sounds like there's going to be plenty of games to be played.
Wildly excited.
Yes, definitely. And then after that, the next gaming event is going to be Jay Wiley's May the 4th.
Yeah, some Star Wars stuff.
Yeah, that's all Star Wars all the time. And then after that is DICON in St. Louis.
Hell yeah. Very start of June, absolutely.
So I think we'll be heading that direction also. So the only thing we don't have any gaming for is in April, but that's okay because the end of March, the beginning of May, we're only 4, maybe 5 weeks of time without an actual game.
That's recovery and game prep. No big deal.
Yeah. And then we've got, the month of May to get wrapped up on getting stuff going for DICON. Then July, I have 2 gaming events. I got the gaming event with my brother, the J3 gaming event, and then at some point in time in July, we'll have the Battles and Brews again in Independence,
which is also wildly fun.
Yeah, because that's 2 days of gaming in the basement of a brew pub. Which is good
wonderful
stuff.
Chris, question.
Yeah.
Between John Barr and Scharnhorst, what do you think? Currently, Bismarck is built.
As to what you're going to build tonight?
Yeah.
Go Jean Bart, because you already have a German ship. Let's get a French ship in there.
That's fair. Just a reminder to everybody, the French were not on our side in World War II, aside from 6 weeks in 1940.
Right.
Anyways, there we go.
I mean, there were some, but they were,
Correct. But yeah.
The resistance was great. Don't get me wrong.
All 6 of them. The trouble is, it's really, really hard to find models of the first 2 ships in this class. So Jean Bart and Richelieu are easy to find, but Dunkirk and Strasbourg, they're not easy models to find, which is a real pain. Because there's not a lot cooler than blowing up goofy entirely quad front mounted turrets. Like,
Right.
bro, you have 8 13.5-inch guns on a ship that you launched in 19. Are you high?
And if I remember correctly, they weren't the guns were not
Great.
individually mounted.
They were not. They were 2 pairs in each
Yeah.
turret, with the idea that, oh, well, we have this interior bulkhead in the turrets. You obviously can't knock them both out with one hit. It's like, bro, you're taking a hit from battleship grade ordnance and it's blowing up one half of your turret. The other half is toast. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just a fact of life. I'm not trying to piss on your parade. The world kind of did that enough, but your naval design and engineering sucks.
Yep. Percy's in the house. How you doing, Percy?
If you're going to build all armament forward, just copy the Rodneys.
Exactly.
Especially because the Rodneys had been around for a while at that point.
Yeah, and great looking ships.
Yeah, and I mean the Japanese had kind of done it with the like Miyokos and Aganos, right?
Yeah.
For their cruisers. It's not that hard. Don't put all. Don't a battleship with 2 turrets is just pointless. Why would you do that? Like, cool. You get a good solid hit on one of the 2 things that's massively covering your deck. Bye. Like, okay, cool, sweet.
Yep. Hey, I got hit once. I am now at half battle capability.
Yeah, and that's also assuming very graciously that that's a hit on that turret that is light enough that it's not making the other turret unmanageable. Like, that's what happened to Scharnhorst at North Cape, right? Was the B turret got hit or the A turret got hit, and the heat meant that, okay, we can't use either A or B turret now. Shit,
Right.
This isn't good. I don't know, whatever. That's fine. We're not necessarily here purely to talk shit on French naval design, but it is worth mentioning that it's garbage. But I think Jeff's gone.
Yeah, I'm sure Jeff has left the building.
Sorry, Jeffy. I'm sorry, buddy. At least it's World War II. We do have that going for us. Although he has stated on multiple occasions that he would like to try flying colors. So I am very excited about that.
There you go.
Again, very cautiously optimistic on getting the Hexmaster to give Age of Sail a shot.
Oh, Hexy says he's still here.
Oh, outstanding. Good. Yeah, this Bismarck's beautiful.
Now
I do need to build.
Scale.
It is. So again, I have a bunch of 1/700 destroyers and stuff that I built.
Yeah.
Right. And then a couple like Japanese light cruisers. I think I have a German K-class light cruiser. And then I built like a Japanese sub chaser and seaplane tender. But other than that, it's just destroyers because most capital ships are far too big to put on those stands that I made.
Right.
I'm just going to build new stands. It's
probably the best way to go.
There are such wonderful looking models, man.
We do have Reese with us right now.
Can you hear me all right?
Holy smoly. What's up, boys?
So are you driving home or what's the deal?
Yeah, I'm just driving home right now. So
Outstanding.
got about a 30-40 minute drive.
So.
Chris Long wants to know which Bismarck do you have? What model? What brand?
The Bismarck that I built it's just the Tamiya kit.
Okay.
Nothing wild. None of them. They're all being built as War Games figures, so I'm not doing any PE or anything like that.
Right.
And it's all being built also without some of the spare extra breakable stuff, so I'm not necessarily doing all of the aerials and masts and everything.
Makes sense.
But-
Makes sense. Meandering Mike wants to know, how did the Dunkirk do in filling its role as a fast battleship? Well, we don't know because it never left port.
Yeah, I mean, it was not fast enough to escape Mers El Kabir.
Let's see something here.
So, I mean, I can't tell if Mike is trying to mess with me right now. Ultimately, it was built to fight Scharnhorst and Gneisenau, right? Which is kind of just one of those okay, but why would you build it purely just to beat up the two weakest kids on the block,
Yeah.
right? Once the Kriegsmarinus decided, yeah, we're done with the Treaty of Versailles, you probably just ought to go out there on a limb and assume that, okay, they're probably fully done with the Treaty of Versailles and this is just a starter, because obviously it is. Not to mention, dude, I don't know if I would necessarily put, especially the Dunkirks, that entirely favorably against a Scharnhorst, right? You've got, they don't have the flared Atlantic bows that they kind of need to keep turrets that big on a front-heavy ship away from shipping water all over the bow. But anyways, that's not the point. They were built to be Mediterranean vessels to fight vessels that were never going to make it to the Mediterranean. So it's a little confusing. They're better than French pre-dreadnoughts because they are not just hotels. They kind of look like hotels, but not as much as Jury, Barry, and Hoche did.
Yeah, they were supposed to be going up against the Italians.
Ish, except for, again, that's the issue, is that they were very, very plainly designed, built, and produced to fight the Scharnhorsts. Just like, no, wait, hang on. They're built to hunt down and kill the Deutschlands. My bad.
Yeah.
And then the Scharnhorsts were the extra middle finger. To where the Scharnhorst would have very easily knocked it over. Unless I'm smoking crack. Either way, long story short, it's not even planned obsolescence. It's just built obsolete. The ship is just drastically huge for what it actually has. In terms of, if you have an all or nothing armor scheme, you wind up only really needing to armor this tiny amount of superstructure and magazine. The issue is it's all pushed super far forwards in the ship, so that while you cover that and all the machinery spaces, you wind up losing a lot more. You also have this massive bow on them. I don't know. It seems like they should have gone more along the lines of like a South Dakota sort of thing, where it's like, okay, South Dakota Revenge, okay, we're managing the capabilities and expectations and size all kind of in one. Yeah. Instead, it's, wow, this is a really big boat, but it's also kind of hamstrung in its capabilities at the same time because, like I said, it's 8 13.4-inch guns.
Yeah.
Like, not only that, but they weren't, as I recall, entirely heavily projectile 13.4-inch guns. Like, the British with the King Georges went back down to a 14 because they're like, well, that's fine. We're going to put 10 of them on these things. And we can put really heavy, comparatively armor-piercing shells like the U.S. did with their standards when everybody else was going to 15. And they're like, well, our 14s are going to stay competitive, period.
Right.
And they managed to do that. But yeah, when the entire world is, building 15, 16-inch armed ships, going down to a 13.5 is kind of just one of those, Show your work.
And see the other thing with the King George KG5s, um, that was also kind of a finger to from the British to the French. Like, this is how you build a quad turret, asshole.
Correct. And it was that ship, that class had a very, very defined, okay, we need something that we can build 5 of, right? And that we can get into the water, that we won't have to worry about, and that in the relatively confined waters of the North Sea, possibly the Baltic and the North Atlantic, or the Med, we're going to be able to just lay down an angry storm of 14-inch gunfire
Yeah.
and basically just drown anything in guns.
It,
Right? Because even so, the British still, between Hood, Repulse, Renown, all the Queen Elizabeths, the Revenge classes that were still around, there was enough 15-inch gunnery around. And then you've got, Warspite and Vanguard coming in again with 15s. You don't have to worry. It's not the KG5 class had a very, very distinct and good purpose that it was built to complement, again, those 15-inch arm ships that the Royal Navy had. It wouldn't be my recommendation necessarily for a trying to be first-rate navies only capital ship that could fight in a battle line.
right.
It wasn't. They had others. But anyways, that's not the point. It's a good time.
Yeah.
I'm very excited to play which Bismarck? Dunkirk. Yeah, the Trumpeter one. The Trumpeter one is good. I do like with the Tamaya and like Aoshima and Hasagawa kits where they have the little like weight plate
Yeah.
that goes in on the waterline plate. I enjoy that. The Trumpeter kits are always nice. There's usually a lot more parts in the Trumpeter kits, which is kind of nice, kind of excessive sometimes. Just depends on what I'm dealing with, because the Trumpeter kits are also usually full or waterline. But yeah, I am excited for. Are you trying to do an Operation Dragoon sort of water tanker, or are you just doing? We're in Northwest Europe somewhere. Here we go.
Yeah, we're just in Europe, slinging shells at each other.
Hell yeah, good.
It's not even going to have a scenario. It's just kill or be killed.
Time for McMurray to get 10 tanks shot out from underneath him. Here we go.
Yeah. Don't bite me.
I tend to semi try and pride myself on being relatively competitive in games that I play in. I just cannot keep a tank in what a tanker though.
What was that, Reese?
I do quite well.
Yeah, it's fair. Reese is usually one shooting multiple Shermans or whatever else I have out from under me.
But yeah, it's definitely gonna have. Why are you biting me? But it's gonna be a good time, definitely. I'm really looking forward to Reese's game. Like I said, back in January when we had CJ3, that's the only game that we played the entire weekend.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So it was quite fun.
I went through a dead spot there. I assume you're talking about the air combat game.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Which I have now named Bogies Inbound.
You've named it what?
Bogies Inbound.
Oh, nice.
So, and it's gonna it will handle World War One all the way up, not World War One, World War Two all the way up to Vietnam, early Vietnam.
I'm about to say, I believe we had some troubles with World War One, but
Yeah,
Yeah, we tried World War One, and it's just too slow. I'd have to change some speed characteristics. It would be doable, but I'd need to change my speed charts.
honestly, I'm really excited to do that because it would be ridiculously fun.
oh, absolutely, yeah,
But yeah, like we're going to play World War One. We just need to sit down with the speed charts and do that.
yeah.
McMurray, did anybody tell you what the scenario is going to be for March to Victory?
No, you asked me to bring stuff.
I did, if you don't mind. It's going to be a flight of B-25 strafers catching two Japanese ships in shallow waters with their fighter escorts versus whatever Japanese fighter escorts there are.
Hell, yes.
With the full gunnery rules and with the full altitude rules and with the full pilot trait rules and all that too. So
Oh dang.
yeah, it's going to be there in full force.
This is substantially more involved than the game that I played.
Yes, but it's not that much more complicated.
Okay, well, cool. Either way,
It's
I mean, yeah.
and Chris can attest to it. It plays very, very smooth.
Oh, I believe you.
It's still in that spirit of I just jumped on the War Thunder server and I'm going to shoot something,
Yeah,
except on the tabletop. So
exactly.
Hey man, if it works, it works, and it has always worked quite well. This is ugly fucking.
I keep
How do
going
you-
back and go ahead.
No, go.
I keep going back and forth on whether I'm going to bring any 54 millimeter skirmish or not.
I'd say just bring a bunch of planes, and if we wind up playing more planes, we'll play more planes.
Sounds good.
Like, do you have enough P-38s for Operation Vengeance?
I've played Operation Vengeance a few times.
You should bring those planes.
I will. I'll bring all my planes. So.
Yeah, he can bring all of it. He can bring all of his planes, and all of those planes fit in a box this size.
Yeah, I was about to say, you'll have to bring the shoebox this time, not just your clutch.
I think the system's enjoyable. So.
Oh,
The missile
hell yeah.
rules need a lot of work, but we're not going that far right now.
Oh, yeah, buddy.
Eventually, I will do Tomcats versus MiG-21s over Saigon as an alternate history thing, because that would be a load of fun.
Yeah.
Did you say Tomcats?
Yeah.
1975, they flew a high cover over Saigon.
Hey, man, let's do it.
That's as far as I will go.
I'm in for the Saigon turkey shoot.
Right.
Now, I have made the mistake of saying that's as far as I'll go before, because I used to cut off my miniatures at
Yeah, I remember.
1953.
I remember Korea
end of
being
Korea.
that's as far as I'm going to go.
Yeah, and then Vietnam happened. And Vietnam happened for 3 freaking years.
I think Vietnam happened for like 25 years.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm not done with it yet, so we'll see. I keep saying I'm done with it, and then I keep looking over my old campaign notes, and when I really got to get that back on the table.
Happens to the best of us. And the worst of us, but yeah.
I got into an argument on Nordic Weasel's Discord the other day about whether or not M14s and M16s could be used on the table at the same time.
Why couldn't they?
Something about squads and ammo deployment, logistic issues, and blah, 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 blah. And I said, it's a game. I play like I like to.
And besides being a game, they absolutely did have mixed weapon units.
More so
Yeah,
than that,
I
you're
sent him
also
a
playing
combat
like
picture.
SOG operators and nonsense. So like,
Well, I was mostly talking about weigh at that point, but even in
Oh,
weigh,
okay.
that was a big deal.
Also, there's not that much ammo confusion on account of the fact that you can just de-link M60 ammo if you really, really super duper are hard up for M14 ammo.
Yep,
With the added bonus of armor piercing and tracer.
Correct.
Just saying.
Hey man, the M14 had a giggle switch. Like, it's a thing.
Well,
It's
and
not
especially
fun.
when you look at it, and I put M14 E2s on my table too. So
Yeah, again, not fun, but there is a giggle switch there.
Definitely not something you would shoulder fire.
Oh,
it is
hell yeah.
possible.
Oh, it is possible if you want
Have
to not
done.
have a shoulder anymore.
Not like, not super duper easy. No, it's not that bad, to be honest with you. Like-
It's not necessarily the recoil; it's the muzzle rise.
Yeah.
I was about to say, it's the fact that you've got the axis of the bore is so high over your shoulder, especially if you're some poor guy used to firing an M16. All of a sudden, you've got a very, very different disposition there. But that's not the point. I look forward to your game, Reese.
You guys are getting in my head. And I just remembered I forgot to make my Marine sniper with an M1D for Vietnam, and so I need to go build that.
Gross. Offset scopes are the worst.
Yeah, well, it's the one sniper rifle from Vietnam I don't have mounted currently.
That is okay. The M1 Garand is beautiful. You don't need to ruin it with a D. Do you have the little blast cup too to go with it? The little muzzle cup?
A good buddy of mine carried an M1D in Korea.
It's different when you have no options.
Yeah, agreed. But I mean, even in Korea, they were dragging Winchester Model 70s with Unerdals on it, sent from Japan. Have you ever seen that? Is it a PTR anti-tank rifle? They rebarreled the 50 BMG and put a scope on it in Korea.
There's a few of those in the U.S. because that was the thing to do to shoot them when you couldn't get 12.7. Like
No.
when there were PTRDs and PTRs that would get imported
Mhm.
or brought back, but then all of a sudden it's like, yeah, but where the hell are we going to get ammo for these stupid things?
Oh, I'm talking about field armor modifications.
Oh, no, I'm talking about U.S. commercial modifications. I don't know that I've seen one in, like, pictures.
Yeah, there's like one or two of them that were drifting around Korea.
Because it's the same thing as, like, guys used to reload weird Norma brass. I think it's 6.5 Norma. Some weird variety was the brass that you'd have to shoot and then form and then fire form in order to make 62x39 in the U.S. for the longest time before it was gross commonly available.
I just got my first SKS the other day
Why?
because it was a free gift.
Just for shiggles?
No, it was free.
Hell yeah, fair.
So I didn't ask any
Can't
questions.
be free, baby. America.
Don't have anything to shoot through it, nor do I want to pay for it. But
Right.
anyway,
But free gun is free gun.
yeah.
Let's see here.
Something I've
Comment
been
section.
working on is figuring out how to play Star Trek Space Combat using Ocean Thunder.
Oh, jeez. What
Because I
scale are
wanna
you
use-
painting, Chris Long? 6 mil?
Because I'm wanting to use my big 1/1000 scale starships on the table. So
Fair.
but
That'll
then
be
I
neat when you
also-
get that figured out.
But then I also can use, this scale and have a lot of the ships out on the out on the table too. So
That's fair. Do you have a bunch of figures for what was the game they made? Attack Wing or whatever? The X-Wing sort of game?
All I've got is this set right here. I got the original box that's got Enterprise D, a Klingon Vorcha class, and a Romulan Warbird.
I got you. I don't know who those are, but I believe in you.
I think I've played it exactly twice using those rules.
Fair.
So I don't have a lot of. I've liked the Attack Wing models, but some of them have been out of scale, which always bothered me.
Fair. They're certainly a box scale, not necessarily a true thing.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's a decent little game for what it is.
I was mainly just thinking, I mean, at the very least, if it wasn't a scale issue, the models would probably be handy.
Yeah. Oh, well, I have found the STLs for all of the different FASA models.
Oh, okay. There you go.
So, all of the FASA models that I had back in the late 80s and early 90s, I'm able to recreate now. So I got that going for me, which is nice. So
that is nice. Agreed.
Where'd my cat go? He ran off. But yeah, that's what I had going on. Skeller Relman says Attack Wing was kind of neat, but it was also total garbage. The scale is non-existent, and the mechanics don't make sense for capital ships. Exactly.
All right, Scala. Damn, sorry, buddy.
Oh, he's about Star Trek as I am about Star Wars, so I get it.
No, I got you.
Speaking of Star Wars, should I bring shield generators, X-Wings, and TIE fighters and see if I can draft up some rules to fit them in my system?
Sure.
See what I can do.
Scala says he's super interested in seeing a Star Trek mod for Ocean Thunder. Yeah, once I get what I'm working on right now is exactly how I'm going to do shields, and I think I've kind of got it figured out what I want to do. It's just a matter of how I'm actually going to implement it. I've got a vague idea. I just need to now implement it, as it were. So,
which direction did you end up going from our conversation on that?
South.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yes.
That's always the best direction.
No, what I'm looking for is, like I said, just using the numbers that FASA put out there and seeing how I can get them to equate out with the idea of the shields will regenerate at the beginning of each turn unless a shield generator the shield generator gets knocked out, type of thing.
Cool.
So, oh, and Mandarin Mike's got a good name for it: Orc Cloud Thunder.
Well, you know what the next logical step is after you finish the Star Trek version?
What's that?
Do a Star Wars version.
Well, yeah, I mean that's a given. Because I've got a crap ton of Armada ships. Not as many as my buddy Eric does. What's that?
I enjoyed that game.
It's not a bad game. Again, there are some things that I don't like about it, but overall, it's not bad.
Isn't that the game they killed X-Wing to focus on?
No, they've actually killed both of them.
Oh, that's
I
lame.
think Armada
Yeah.
died first, didn't it?
Yeah, Armada. I mean, they were still selling it, but they weren't doing anything. Um, they weren't doing anything new. Babylon 5. If I need to see if I can find STLs for the Babylon 5 ships because those are swanky as all get out. And yeah, I would definitely do some Bab 5. I like me some Bab 5.
I have normal Babylonians, like
Well,
the
there you
first
go.
ones,
Yeah,
and then Nebuchadnezzar the second.
there you go.
Man, I've been painting these ancients up like crazy. It's
I
entertaining.
saw that. What got you onto that kick?
Well, you see, they made the mistake of sitting there, and
So
then
there
I
I
saw
was
them
hanging
and I
out.
said, "Uh-huh, you bastards are coming with me." And then they did, and they paint up very simply. They're very fun. It's a period that I really enjoy. Like I really, really enjoy prehistory of the near Middle East.
Yeah,
And the only issue that I'm running into, and I knew that this was an issue, which is why I hadn't painted them in the first place, was rules. Lots of ancients rules, not a lot for like the Chariot Age and biblical stuff. I did just pick up a copy of Homeric Hack and Biblical Hack, so we'll see what those look like. And I know there's rules and lists for Warhammer historicals.
yeah.
That's fine. I get it. Looking at Clash of Spears, because that should, I thought that would cover it. It does not quite cover. Entirely fan made. There wasn't already stuff around. Chariots, even if you go into like Roman rules, unless they're really getting into it with the Brits, chariot rules are not entirely well covered. And chariots are incredibly important in biblical era warfare. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, I did. I painted up a whole bunch of Egyptians. I got an Old Glory order in like 5 days, which was shocking. Not anticipating that. I was hoping to get through the Analog Hobbies Painting Challenge without new ancients arriving, and I ordered them too early. But so I've got some more Egyptians, some Philistines, and then just like some random other stuff that I can use for more of the peoples in the area of biblical Canaan, which is fun because that shit's awesome. But yeah, excited to put Philistines on the table because they got the weird feathered headdresses and all that nonsense and all the just kind of kooky fun stuff. But yeah.
Mandarin Mike says he likes Hittites and Assyrians in 1/72nd scale. And does Osprey's Fields of Glory for Ancients include chariots?
There you go. Exactly.
Yes, they do.
Mike, what rules do you use?
Let me see.
I do have Fields of Glory. I don't know that I have enough figures for mass battles. I do have the old Fields of Glory rules, though.
I've got mine around here somewhere.
I had not even thought of that, Mike. Good point. Those are beautiful books, the Fields of Glory books.
They are. And the game's not
like. I have a bunch of those.
I like the game.
That I never really. I attempted to play the system, It's not bad. It's not my favorite. It's not bad. It kind of struck me kind of like original Hail Caesar, where it's kind of easy for your dudes to just not do anything.
Yeah.
But I should probably reread those because those were some of the first rules that I ever looked at branching out from like 40K, right? So I played, started playing Flames of War, and then was like, ooh, Ancients could be cool. Way back in the day when War Games Factory was a thing,
Yeah.
the precursors to War Games Atlantic. Still not convinced they're not the same people, but that's an entirely different thing. But yeah, that was because they had their little sets that they would put out, and their like first one was Caesar's Legions. God, those were the worst figures, man. Those made the original games. So the original Games Workshop Lord of the Rings figures were not great for those figures.
Yeah.
They just weren't serviceable figures, award-winning figures, whatever. These were crap. The original War Games Factory ones, which it didn't matter. Like everybody wound up with a buttload of those, and then a buttload of their samurai because you could get boxes of 30 or 40 of them for like $15,
Right.
right? Which is kind of one of those. All right, I don't care what the hell they look like. They're plastic multi-pose 28mm figures with 8 million bits on the sprue for 30 cents a piece. Done. They gotta be the
Hey,
same
I'm going to have
people.
to jump off of here for a little bit. I may be back on. I'm not sure.
Okay, buddy.
Okay, bye-bye.
See ya.
Series. Yeah, that's got to be the same company as War Games Atlantic, though. Like, or at least one or two of the same people. Because man, it's a similar company in terms of how they run, what they do,
Right.
which isn't bad. I am, like I said, big fans of both of them. It's just the early models from War Games Factory were rough. But then they sold all their kits and stuff to Warlord back in the day when they went out of business because that's where Warlord got all their the start of their World War Z stuff,
Mm-hmm.
as well as I think that was their Woodland Indians, and then the first AWI sets that Warlord put out were, I believe, the War Games Factory ones because they all popped up there, and they are certainly not Warlord design style sets. They just were crammed full of bits, man. Those were awesome for that, but also really frustrating as a hobbyist because it's like, oh my god, my bits box did not need all this crap in it. But yeah, cool sets. Bought one of the Caesar's Legion boxes with Fields of Glory back in the day. But yeah, sorry, back on track.
That's okay. There is no track tonight, man.
Stay on target, baby.
We're freewheeling here. Mike says I have started collecting the various biblical era minis, but have not yet painted or played.
Nice, Mike. What figure lines are you going with there? All these metal like Israelites and Hittites that I have, I don't remember where I got them, so I don't know which are which now. Luckily, everybody's rather similar. But yeah.
Charles says chariots are covered in Field of Glory,
Man,
considered mountage, page 14. Look at him. Dropping the knowledge.
Charles, did you just give me a page number
Yes.
for rules reference?
Yes, he did.
Dog.
Because
There
he's
you go.
awesome
Like I said, I did find them in Clash of Spears. I did find them in Clash of Spears in the print. Yeah, dude, Charles is rocking it right now. You are winning all the points, Charles. Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah.
10 points to Latoris.
Yeah. Mike says he's almost nothing out there for Matani, whoever they are. And
Correct.
He says, I get any and all brands of 172nd, whatever I can get for more variety.
I gotcha. Okay. There you go. Mike's doing the 172nd. I got mine are all 28.
He says Charles has 99% of his stuff within
Although
2
I do have
hours.
the 2mm regions that I did. Well, hey, you know what, Charles? If it works, it works. It's good being a single dude sometimes, isn't it? So I'm sitting here at my living room table assembling 1/700 scale models.
There you go.
There are some positives. We got to ride with the positives.
Yeah, I haven't been doing a
I also
whole
was
lot
just
of
blasting the old black and white Sink the Bismarck earlier tonight. Persisting.
I haven't been doing a whole lot of gaming recently.
Nothing wrong with that.
Or even modeling. I did get my second unit of crossbowmen done.
Oh, for
Here
War
they are.
Master?
Yeah, here they are.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
So
Get it, dude. I'm sure Jay's happy to see that.
yeah, and then
Is Jay still on the War Master thing, or has he already moved on?
I think he's moved on already.
Has
this point,
has Jay's
what I'm doing at this
Magpie
point-
hit yet, or is he still doing War Master?
What's that? I think he's doing mostly. He's doing stuff with.
No, you're good. I just got
with
from you.
Joey.
Oh, okay. Frogs?
Yeah, well, stuff for
Not as a slur towards the French. Joey likes frog figures. It's awesome.
right. He's been doing a lot of the Hero Quest stuff. So that's what they've been doing a lot of. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That's right.
Because Hero Quest is Joey's favorite game system, and it's pretty good. I mean, for
It's not too bad.
RPG light, it's pretty good all the way around. So, come on, buddy.
I am just not. I had somebody ask me to play in a Twilight 2000 game locally here, and it was one of those, man, I'm not trying to be a dick. I am just not the biggest RPG guy.
Yeah. Well, the nice thing about Hero Quest is
it's not a full-blown RPG. Like,
yeah, it's a board game, and your character just gets better and better as you do the different scenarios.
Accurate.
So, but yeah, it is a quite fun game to play.
Correct. Man, they didn't model the breakwaters onto the bow deck of this. Are you shitting me? No, they didn't. Sorry. What a bunch of dicks. Trumper, you suck.
Charles said, I volunteered to go with my ex for a medical dental procedure in case she can't drive. I'll be taking a few rule sets with me to read.
Hell yeah, Charles. That's what's up, buddy.
Mike says has also been picking up dozens of random nationalities and periods. Parthians, 4th century BC Indians, Dacians, Magyars, Khazar Khanate, Numidians, etc., etc. So he's going deep in the ancients, which ain't nothing wrong with that.
Damn, Mike, you are living my dream and falling into my. It's not. It's fun, man, and nobody that is. It's kind of awesome.
Yeah. How are you doing, sir?
Yeah, no. People have a really weird sense of when the Homeric period is.
Yeah.
Like, there's not a Bronze Age collapse. People just think, Julius Caesar fought, Hector in Paris. It's like, all right, cool. I mean, no, I'm down. Let's do it.
Not quite, but
Let's do it.
I mean, we can make that happen.
What? Oh, make Julius Caesar fight Hector in Paris?
Yeah, why not? Charles says Goblin Trailer Park, Age of Fantasy.
Now, just
quick,
imagine if Menelaus had access to Julius Caesar's level.
Hello?
Dog.
You keep breaking up.
Did you just say Goblin Trailer Park, Age of Fantasy?
Yeah. Quick Start Rules and Field of Glory. Those are those
because
are
that
the,
doesn't just get a.
Those are the rules he's taking.
Yeah, that gets a hell yeah. I actually just got a Trailer Park game to play with Jeffrey and Todd. Oh, I actually just got a Trailer Park game to play with Jeff and Todd in May.
Very cool. So.
Oh, nice. Hell yeah, Charles.
Well, guys,
hell yeah.
I'm actually getting a little tired.
Dude.
I have not been sleeping real well, but Reese is popping on here real quick.
The great
Hello, Christopher.
Latora Khan. God damn it. Man, I always kind of chalked to my it's up as cheap and okay. Mr. Reese? Bubba? I can't tell if my connection is garbage or Reese's connection is garbage. I think it's me. Chris, can you hear me, buddy? Chris, can you hear me? They are, Mike. Some of them are like Mesoamerican book. A lot of good stuff for my conquistador.
I think you lost us both about the same time.
Why not both? Oh, shit. Reese is back. Outstanding. Yeah, I just been babbling. It's all good.
Reese is back. Reese is back.
Agreeing with... Oh, for once it's not you, McMurray. Hell yeah, Scala. Thank you for the credit, baby. What's up? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. But yeah, the Fields of Glory books are, again, they're gorgeous because they're all Osprey. The lists really aren't bad at all either. I just, for whatever reason, never got into the rules. Maybe I need to take another look at that. I still have them somewhere around here. You know me. And man, if they got a biblical book, I can only imagine how awesome that is. Again, that's one of those ones I'd probably grab just for the painting help. That's what I did with their Mesoamerican one that's got the Inca and Aztec and Maya and Olmec and Toltec and all those other people that got beat up by the Spanish.
Right. Yeah, I've like I said, I've got the books around here somewhere. I don't know where. But I've got the core rules and then like 4 or 5 of the.
Yeah. They even put out like a medieval like rule book and stuff for it.
Yeah.
Just it was very well done. It's a shame in retrospect that it didn't take off, but Osprey certainly is more than made up for it.
It did a pretty
With
good job
their
in
other stuff that's come
It
out
did a pretty good job in Austin.
that they've worked on.
So
I wonder if that was an Osprey axing or if that was the start of their, well, if the writers don't want to support it all, we're just going to let it die.
yeah.
They put a lot of stuff out. Damn things have. This is a 3-part turret that says make 14. And then this is another one that says make 12. And then make 5. And then there's stupid lifeboat stacks that says make 28. Yeah, right, schmuck. I'm putting the one top life raft on each of these. The hell out of here. Gross. Yeah, make 49 turrets that aren't the main guns. Ugh.
For what?
8 million secondaries and light AA and heavy AA and medium AA.
Lord. No, thank you.
Right? This thing isn't excessively complicated. Why on earth is it a failure? We're not here to talk shit on French naval design, period. That being said, it wouldn't be badass. We should call John, the foreign correspondent, and David Manley and be like, sirs, we would like you to talk smack on a professional level on French naval design, please and thank you.
Right.
It'd be badass. From 2 people who are supremely overqualified to do so.
Oh, yeah.
So, M and P.
So I'm going to order 16 more P-38s before March to Victory. Probably have them done. I'm trying to think about anything else in should grab.
Well, yeah, if you order Pico armor, they'll be here by the weekend.
Nah, tumbling dice. I'm not a fan of Pico armors. P-38s.
Those aren't going to be here before March to Victory.
They usually are. I mean,
All
I ordered Pico armor and tumbling dice on the same day, and I got them 2 days apart.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Pico armor is always wildly fast to me.
Oh, they were.
Dice isn't bad, but it's got to cross the damn Atlantic.
Yeah, they sent them airmail this time.
Actually, now that I think about it, I just got a Blotz order in like a week and a half also, though.
Yeah.
And that box was beat to shit. They left that in one of those white plastic mailboxes,
Oh.
like sorting boxes. They just set the box of MDF kits inside of that and then left that on my front porch, which is a real paradigm shift in the shittiness of my mail service. It looks like it's taking a real distinct uptick, which I'm a big fan of. Just for a while there, it was, hot garbage. Not even hot garbage, like lukewarm, cooled over garbage.
trying to think about anything else.
You got
Anything
enough
other than
P5s?
P38s?
What was that again?
You got enough
Anything
P25s?
other than P38s?
Chris, were you asking about B25s?
Yeah, you got enough.
I've got 4 that'll be enough for the strike package, and I've got a couple of boxes of plastic 700 ones I can sub in if I need to.
There you go.
Is P38s. This is what that's what I said I was ordering 16 of them. So
I got a strike package for you.
Heyo.
But I'm really excited to play that game, Mr. Reese, man.
I hope you are.
It's going to be awesome. Like I'm
We will see how many people we can cram around a table with it.
Right? That's the cool thing. Like that. It's a fun, simple game system to play and get a hold of. Big fan. Big fan.
I'm trying to figure out how many planes I should limit somebody to.
The biggest thing that I remember being an issue in that game is just distinguishing your planes if you don't have them clearly labeled or
Right.
numbered.
Right.
And as long as you've got them labeled and numbered, dog, it's kind of hard to max out stuff because it's such a simple system.
I'll figure something out for that. I'll probably. Well, I need to go to the hardware store and get some washers. But I'll probably end up painting numbers or colors onto the bases.
That makes sense. Like, ultimately, if you just number every one of your flight stands, then you can just put a plane number on each card, which honestly might be a whole lot easier for people who aren't super familiar with aircraft anyways, because then they're just looking for, okay, this is my B-25, which is plane number 13,
Right.
not just, okay, which one's my B-25 versus...
And then you can track damage on the card as well instead of the aircraft.
Yeah. Precisely.
Did you see my flight stands?
You're still using the Wargame Company ones or whatever, right?
Nope.
Oh, yeah, your Lego stands? Reese?
Yep.
Yeah, I have.
And then completely adjustable.
Yep.
So, and there's a B-25 with the parrot head. If I can get it to focus.
It's all good. We'll see him in a couple weeks.
There you go.
Hell yeah.
So, take it off my ugly mug now. Oh.
Jamba. God damn.
I'm thinking P400s and P40s and P38s as escorts.
Hell
There you go.
yes.
And then any possible Japanese fighter I can get my hands on, I'll throw at them too.
Not just using zeros or what?
No, I've got KI-61s. I've even got some. Well, I'm not sure exactly what all I have, but I've got a ton. So enjoying it. That's what I was going to do. I was going to order those Japanese murder torpedoes.
The Shikens or whatever? Wait, murder
The Okas.
torpedoes?
The Okas, the man flying bombs.
Okay, yes. I got you.
You think 6 is enough for those? Probably.
Probably.
The flying bombs?
Yeah, there was not that many of them.
Well, especially because you should be able to recycle the hell out of those things on the table if you need more of them.
Yeah. And I'll come up with my V1 rules so we can do V1 interceptions if we want to as well.
Oh, nice. Hell yeah. Off of Pinamunda. Don't mind me, I'm just assembling 14 little anti-aircraft turrets.
Did you see my wall?
Goofy shit. I did. You know what's going to be murder, Chris?
What's that?
I found a USS Missouri in 1945 configuration.
Yeah.
I really hope there just aren't 20 millimeters in that kit because I'm not doing it. I'm not even thinking about that. Oh, here's 128 barrels of little 20 millimeter Ehrlichens. Yeah, cool. That's where they're gonna stay. Hope they enjoy hanging out on a sprue.
I did it on my USS Texas.
That's fair, but there's only like the issue with 20 millimeters is that it's the number that gets put onto a ship isn't determined by the Department of the Navy or Bjord or anything like that. It's determined by how much available deck/railing is there. And there just isn't as much on the Texas as on that giant behemoth.
Right.
Not to mention the fact that Ernest J. King got in from the ground floor on the Iowas and was like, no. You see, where there's room for a tub of 40 millimeters, we're doing that. Anywhere there's not, 20s.
Yep.
You think you were going to put a 50 cal somewhere? Nope, 20 mil. You think you were going to have room for, a lifeboat? 20 mil. Oh, this is where the Admiral is going to be able to stand? 20 mil. Oh, this is a place where 3 guys could walk shoulder to shoulder unimpeded? 20 mil.
Yep.
Yeah. Ernest King said, nope. I don't care how many kamikazes there are. We're going to hit all of them using just sheer kinetic energy and the laws of probability.
Yeah.
Well, guys, I'm going to jump off of here, but it was good to see y'all.
Yep.
See you, Reese Poo. Later, buddy.
Okay. Y'all have a good night.
Take care, Reese.
Will do.
Yes, Jay, I did get Victory at Sea on the table. I didn't complete the game, but I got a basic idea of how to play it. So,
That is a fun game.
yep.
You have the Jedco remake by Compass, right?
Yeah.
Outstanding.
Yep. So,
I kind of prefer the Avalon Hill War at Sea, but they are both fantastically fun games.
right.
Yeah, big fan.
Oh, excuse me.
That's the one that I still have all those ships I made up for that. I need to make the larger board on the 2x4 piece MDF. That'd be a fun one to take to a convention too.
Yeah, it would. What you doing, buddy?
Yeah, I painted up every counter in that game is a 1/6000 scale ship, and then I printed the name and stat line for it for each side of the counter or each side of the.
Yeah.
Very goddamn, that game is fun. I like that game a lot. The hell, Trumpeter? How the fuck are you supposed to do this? These are ridiculous.
Anywho. All right. Well, I do think I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up.
Absolutely. Wonderful talking to you, seeing everybody.
Yeah. May or may not be ready to go for next week. We'll see. I'll let y'all know. So, thanks for everybody showing up. I truly appreciate it. When I say this, I truly mean it. You guys are the absolute best. Thanks for being here. And as always, until next time, we shall see you on the flip side.